Welcome to a mid-August edition of Lama Drives. Again, it's not Lama Drives, it's Von Drives. So Von and I, on a drive to somewhere, we turn the cameras on. It's a podcast style, just chat about a few things behind the scenes, what we've been up to, a bit of information behind what we've been doing. Von, how you doing?
Doing good.
You good?
Yep.
It's a nice day today. Winter is soon to be over. It's been freezing here, hasn't it?
It's nice behind the glass with the sun coming through.
Yeah, we've only got about half an hour of sunlight left, so we'll see how we go with our chat. So again, with these ones, Alt-Tab to another window. There's not much visually going on. Definitely on its peak hour here near Geelong, driving on the way back to Ballarat. So Von.
Yes.
Zwift Academy. Again, it's a bit of Zwift, but we'll deviate from Zwift as well. But first up, let's get the Zwift Academy out of the way. You've been up early mornings, you've been coming home and getting some rides done. Tell me about where you're at with Zwift Academy.
I am 50% through.
Boom.
Woo!
So 16 rides required, 10 group rides. I've
Group
lost
rides
count.
/ workouts.
Yep.
Then 4 social group rides,
Yep.
so they're not structured. And then there's 2 races.
Are the races on the calendar yet?
Yes, we've received
okay.
a racing calendar, so
Yep.
they've scheduled some in. They said right up front that they were not scheduling races in the first few weeks. They wanted people to get used to the format
Yep.
first and get ready to rock and roll.
Okay, so races are coming up. How have the rides been going? They've been early morning. You've been not in the Lama Lab. Is that exit here?
Yep.
Yep, cool. You've been out in the shed in the cold.
Yeah, I needed a dedicated space for training.
Yep.
What I was finding is I was going to work, coming back, or doing a day's work and needing to set up every time. So it was much easier for me to have one dedicated spot, and then I found it really simple just to get on and ride.
Awesome. Alrighty. Here's a hot tip for players at home. Trying to gaffer tape a camera to a car doesn't actually work. Once you've used Armour All to shine the car and make it nice, nothing sticks to it. So I've got a camera sliding around in the front at the moment. So if something goes flying and I go to reach for it, that's what's happening there. So you're 50% through.
Yeah.
So you've done the bunch rides, you've done the group workouts, but you haven't done any of the races just yet.
No, I haven't. But then first new thing that they've introduced this year has been unlocks. So as you progress through the academy, you've kind of got little things that make you want to keep going to the next stage and progressing. So
and today you unlocked?
I unlocked the sunglasses.
I did see those. Awesome. Can you send me through a picture of the sunglasses that I can put up here?
Yes.
Awesome. We shall do that. I haven't even seen them myself yet. So post-edit, sunglasses.
Hopefully when we all get to 100%, we actually receive the sunglasses and socks.
I don't. People always want
want
IRL swag. You're not going to get it.
Hey, what are you talking about? This week I got IRL swag from Zwift. I entered an Instagram competition to post my photos up of Innsbruck, a Zwift course.
Yep.
Because I did the ride with you and Eric Min
when
they released
it.
And I put up some screenshots because I was so excited that I actually managed to find time to Zwift and took screenshots. I was stoked, and Leah was on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they selected my shot, and I got some stickers and drink bottles.
So in one delivery, Von gets 2 Zwift drink bottles, a couple of Zwift stickers, and a little thank you note for being part of the ride. On the other hand, I'm at the post office sending off people Zwift bottles that I'm giving away online. It's a bit of
a I felt special.
Sort of, anyhow, but we do communicate. Von does know that I ride Zwift, and I have quite a few Zwift drink bottles, but she's also happy to receive them in the post. So anyway, watch my channels online, either GPLama, maybe Zwift Oz. We do some giveaways every now and then of that swag, so all fun and games.
Yeah.
Other Lama news this week, I'm onto a waxed chain, finally, after 6 months of having the waxed chain and being on the fence about a waxed chain. Stay tuned for my video on waxed chains. If you're not familiar with this, oil is for chains. I don't know who thought of putting wax as a chain oil or a lubricant, but they're doing it. So I thought I'd give it a run, see how it's gone. There's a few catches. That I wasn't told of. Obviously I didn't do enough research before I started. Stay tuned to my video for those, fully covered over in there. I have the stages left, right on the bike itself. Beautiful Dura-Ace crankset. It's a lone unit. So that's been on the bike. Again, I'm hoping to do a video on that one. There's still a few emails and things going back and forward between myself and Stages. You can probably guess what those emails contain, but full details in the video on that when we get to that. The Powerbeat G3 is now off the bike. Somebody's asked about the G3 single power meter, the half version, left only. Good question, because you can break a lot of these new power meters apart and have them as right only or left only. So I may do that. The Vector 3s, my replacement Vector 3s have arrived. Sat them on the shelf because I'll be honest, I'm undecided whether I put them on the bike or I just send them back and get my money back. I might give it another week to think about it because, well, you've seen my 2 or 3 videos of the Vector 3s. They cost me $1,500. I'm still within the warranty period. Garmin did acknowledge that the set that I had weren't working. They have replied them and replaced them with a brand new set. So I have a brand new set. I'm wondering if I just return those and use that $1,500 elsewhere, because I've been down the path before with the Vector 3s. And it didn't work out for me. It really didn't.
Sounds like an emotional decision.
Yeah, no, it is, because I could do a video on the Vector 3s, and if they do end up being absolutely brilliant, I'm always going to be like, yeah, but the first pair I had really weren't. Or if they're not brilliant, I'm down more rabbit holes. At this point in time, right now, I'd rather have my $1,500 back to go spend on other tech to look at, something new. I've done the Vector 3 thing, but...
Is this like my Kickr 17 feeling?
No, absolutely not, because this is my $1,500 of my money. I own the Kickr 17 that currently has a few issues with erg mode. Let's not go into those. Let's hopefully those firmware bugs are... okay, Von, in a nutshell, your Kickr 17 issues over Bluetooth. Could be the iPad, could be Zwift iOS.
Could be.
We just don't know. But I got an SMS this morning. Now, I get a lot of support emails and a lot of support conversations, because I've got a couple of answers here and there. A lot of the time I'll send people to the official support channels where where a company needs to know about their own products and the customer experience. I did get an SMS this morning at 6:30 saying, "This Kickr's not working."
It was not in capitals. What are you saying?
Well, I read it through squinted eyes because I was only half awake, so everything looks like in capitals and everything looks shouting at that point in time. So a full reboot fixed that. Interesting one. If you encounter it again, we'll grab some logs off the Zwift files. We'll have a look at that again. Just like everyone else, we go through the same support process, and we raise tickets and we submit things for review. And again, there's a video idea that I'd like to do. Being in user support forever, I started in, user support. One of my first jobs was in user support as well, so we've got a lot of experience about what people at the other end of customer support like to receive for their information, such as full debugs, full logs, and I think that's why a lot of companies... there's a camera, see what I mean? It doesn't...
That actually scared the pants off me.
No, her pants are still on. But anyhow, that's my more GoPro rigs. Yeah, so long story short story long, Von and I have both been in user support for many, many years, and a lot of companies like the way we deal with it because we can give them full debugs and all that. So I guess it's just a refresher for people who are new to cycling and new to tech about how to raise a support ticket, the information to supply, and to always, I think the key is that there's a person on the other end as well, not a robot a lot of the time. So it's about trying to remove emotion, like, it doesn't work, to, hey, I'm having this problem, can you help me? Okay, other things you may have noticed on the channel as well is my live streams has now taken off a little bit more. Now, I tinkered with live streams a while ago. Von, remember in Perth, I live streamed my 400k ride on Zwift.
Ooh.
That was many, many years ago. 2015 that was. That was live streamed up on, I think that may have even been Ustream back then.
So was that with a camera on you though, or was it?
No, that was with my Mac.
A stream of the Zwift.
That was with my Mac. I believe I was on there as well. It was many years ago. I'm pretty sure I was using the webcam on the Mac.
Wow.
As well, to put me in the corner. That was a long time ago. Look, streams themselves aren't all that popular for Zwift because me personally, if I don't know the people watching, there's no engagement there to watch people suffer or watch people sweat in their garages or wherever they are. So what I'm using the streams for mainly, rather than sit down in front of the camera, turn it on and wait for people to come in and watch the live streams, I'm on my bike. So I'm just using the live streams and Zwift as a platform to engage with the viewers.
Okay.
And that's kind of cool. I get to ride my bike. People get to ask me questions, we get to talk about, and people get to throw things at me left field. I love good questions, I love tricky questions, I love answering questions live, because all the content that I do it's me. It's true. It's not...
I guess that means you don't have to type back the response. So if people type you the question, you can read it out and respond.
Yep, absolutely. I've got a few screens set up for that. So that's why I'm using more live stuff. I've been going live a little bit more on Twitch as I refine the process, and I'm fully respectful of YouTube and not spamming YouTube with any live, Lama's gone live at 2 a.m. where you are. I don't want to do that. So I'll schedule in a few every now and then. We'll see how it goes. But it's more about, rather than just watching me Zwift and watching me do things on Zwift, it's more about people who come in and chat and engage and get to ask questions in real time. They may not ask in the comment section of a video, maybe off topic in a video, and it's worked really well so far. So watch for more of those. That's been a lot of fun. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to discuss as maybe a theme of a live stream video, happy to do it. I could jump on, maybe I jump on the Kickr one day and we'll talk about the Kickr or the climb, a few questions about that. Maybe the Neo, which I've still got to do a video on the Neo. I've never reviewed the Neo.
Really?
I've never put the Neo itself has always been part of the Lama lab test, but I've never used the Neo as a full review.
Okay.
I've got it written down.
I'm surprised.
My Neo review went out on the GPLama blog probably 4 weeks before I really turned the cameras on for YouTube 2 years ago.
So you're still in vlog mode.
And the Neo really hasn't changed in 2 years. I think it'd still be worth a revisit. Maybe I should do it in a live stream. We shall see. But just general things like that. And there's other topics to talk about. I have a set of headphones I want to test out as well. But rather than test them out and sort of stand in front of the camera with a green screen and put them on, how about I get on the bike and ride, unbox the headphones, put them on, see what they're all about, have things fall everywhere, the true user experience. I think the live streams may be a good platform for that. And it's unfiltered, unedited.
Pairing mode for Bluetooth.
Oh, don't. I was about to...
Yeah, that'll be great fun, Shane. I'm sure everyone wants to watch that.
That's why she's my wife. She's absolutely nailed it. But it'll be a practice for me not to swear. I'm Australian, it's in the genes. Love a good swear because it makes everything better. Anyway.
There's like 20-minute video of you riding along trying to pair Bluetooth. Come on!
What the... I'm not going to swear. See, I'm filtered. But and it's always hard. You can't really tell people, oh, here's what the audio sounds like. Here, listen to these. You can't do that. But you can talk about what it sounds like, yourself, and compare them to other headphones. I might do that. Challenge accepted. Okay. Challenge accepted. Yeah. Watch out for this one this week. We'll go live. We'll do it. I've got a couple of sets of headphones actually because, again, through the comments that people said on my, I can't remember which ones they were now. But I have a set of blue headphones. I know they're blue. And someone said, go get these ones off Amazon. So I did. I'm very suggestible. I've also got some brake pads that someone told me to go get. I've got them sitting in the drawer ready to do. So I think these live streams give me a platform to talk about those and present those just as I normally do. But production-wise, it's a lot easier to do that. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea of producing videos, but man, some of them can take some time.
Yeah, well, what you've seemed to have set up through the live stream is quite watchable as well. So you could potentially even have a close-up option for something that's a little bit more hands-on. Maybe have a camera pointing at the Kickr desk or something like that. So while you're spinning along.
That's why she's my wife. She's got all the ideas. Brilliant. So any ideas, any topics, any products, anything you're seeing, not the IQ squared power meter though, please just we'll back off on the IQ squared power meter. It doesn't exist. When it does exist, I'll try and grab a hold of one and we'll have a look at it then. It's all good. But
awesome.
Again, those live streams are about the interaction with the audience and the people watching because that's why you're watching. If you can be a part of that, I don't want it to be static. So anyway, get involved. I really, really like those. There's some really good comments. And just for the nerds watching, we're nerds. I was in a live stream the other day, hiding away over on Twitch, and we started talking about our first computers, which for me was a 286 10 megahertz, 1 meg of RAM, 40 meg hard drive, first modems, my 14.4 V32-bit modems, and there were two guys in there, and we were the same age, I think, anyway. There's some good quality conversation, which I really, really enjoy. I got off the bike then, I'm like, that was a damn good training session. That was some damn good conversation. Review-wise, we have a few trainers coming up. The Core review is now scheduled for early September, so wait for that. I still think the Kickr Core is a sleeping Beauty at the moment because it's not quite out just yet. A Sleeping Giant. It's going to be, I think it's going to be the Kickr. Ray said it. Ray said it's going to be like, well, someone said the other day, oh, Ray, what would you buy if you had the Core, the Kickr, and the Neo, I think it was, and Ray's like, easy, the Core. So challenge accepted. Let's see how what the Core's about, out of the box. We threw one over the shoulder at Interbike. You saw that, and we took it back to the RV.
I'm surprised that you managed that. Friends in high places.
We know some people. Or we sweet talk some people.
Or did you bribe them with their own beer?
they had. We took their beers as well.
You don't even drink.
It's not the point. Free beer. Who doesn't? Even people who don't drink free beer take free beer. Anyway, Kickr Core. Looking forward to that because the Dorito came out of nowhere this time last year, just before Interbike came out. It was killer accurate, killer good price point, good selling device. People love it, and it's good to see. Well, I read reviews, a lot of reviews, but more so I read the comments. Over on DC Around Macca, my comment section, I reply and comment, I read everything people say. I really appreciate those. That's where the true value is, because you can get my opinion, but you can get thousands in the comment section. Same with Ray. We can get Ray's content, but you can get thousands of other reviews or angles on certain things and questions, and they're brilliant. I'm hoping that what we're saying about the Kickr Core is what everyone else is going to experience. And that's been the same with the Vector 3s. If you go through any Vector 3 forums, again, back to the Vector 3s, there's a certain theme there. If you go to any of the Favero Asioma comments or anybody who owns the Favero Asioma pedals, there's a certain theme there which is entirely different. Those things are brilliant. Again, not a sales pitch, but they are performing very, very well. Firmware update for those coming in a couple of days for the Favero Asioma. It's a pretty good little update from those guys. So if you own a pair of Favero Asioma Duros, maybe even a single, who knows? It should be for that as well. Uno. Von, Rapha 100 Women's coming up. You're training for that as well? This is part of your Zwift Academy fitness? You're going to be using that?
Yep. So I've been doing some training out on the road, doing some gravel rides around Ballarat, trying to get my Ks up. Also been ride leading some of the women's training rides here in Melbourne in preparation for it. So going in a different direction this year out from Melbourne, which will be fun.
Okay, different direction as in different physical direction. I thought you meant a different ride or different idea direction. Yep.
As well as that. So
English.
This one, in a navigational way, we're going in a different direction. And then from a collaboration
Big
point,
chooks.
Yeah. We're trying to provide different courses and different options for people. So there's a women's 100 kilometre one, and then for those that want to be involved in the day but won't be able to make the full 100 kilometres, there's a 65k version as well, so that they can still be part of the celebration of the day. This is a worldwide ride. You do it every year. You've done it every year, haven't you? It happens normally earlier in the year. This year they've moved it to September 15th. So we've got one or two more training rides for the women in Melbourne, and then we'll have the big day on September 15th and go out for a nice ride with some lovely ladies. Awesome. Would you like to take one of the GoPros along and grab some footage for us? Oh yeah, I can do that. Put it on the front of the bike or just in your jersey pocket. Easy done. Okay, stay tuned for that one. Next up, and on this very road, we discussed this theme last time, and one of my favourite topics to just talk about, because I haven't actually executed anything in here or done anything about this, AI coaching and big data, using our data for good, not evil. Again, back to, if you haven't watched the videos on that, I discuss, we're uploading gigs and terabytes and petabytes of data to Strava daily, to Garmin Connect, to Zwift. All these companies are collecting our data. What are they doing with it? What are they need to start giving back to us something rather than just performance management charts that really, I mean, we know we've ridden hard. Thanks for my TSS score. Thanks for my CTL chart. Tell me what to do. Tell me something interesting that, oh, look, I'm getting older. Your FTP's a little bit lower now, or you can't go this hard. Exert have been in contact. I just haven't looped back to Exert just yet with what they're doing. But again, big data, companies giving back to us what we've been giving to them, but in a more meaningful form. Does that make sense? Yeah. Using data in a more meaningful way. So, subscription services where we give them our data, because again, Strava know, just off the top of my head,
when you ride, what time of day you ride, how far you ride, what temperature it is that you ride, with every single sensor on your bike and the battery level, the anti-D of that, the firmware version, your heart rate,
temperature.
And then combine all those. They know whether you go for hilly rides or flat rides. They know who you ride with. They know there is a ton of information. That one ride's one thing, but you upload 1,000 rides to Strava, they know a lot about you. Then 1,000 of your friends or people you fly by and ride past, they know. They could probably even predict the wind direction. Well, you can get the wind direction, but there's a ton of data these companies have about us. It's time for them to start using it back and pointing it at us for value that we can get out of it. Hey, look, Strava. Look, I've been training for time trials a few years back. I want to be that fast again. What do I need to do? Can you tell me what I need to do? With a click of a button, I should be able to get that information back out.
And what will work for you rather than a generic plan.
Personalised coaching, AI coaching, artificial intelligence turned back to us to give us more information. Long intro short to what popped up on Engaget this week. Has been reported Google may be looking into something like this.
Ooh.
So over in Engaget, we're not talking about low stream, we're talking about mainstream. Engaget. So Google may be doing something with AI coaching or AI big data, a bit of intelligence of telling us what to do, what activity to do, and also what nutrition to have. Because if you put the good quality data into the system and tell it what you eat, what you weigh, they can manage that, monitor that, and feed us back the data. I'll link below to the Engaget article on that. Very, very cool. Now, if Google are looking at it, maybe or maybe not, it might work. I mean, Google Wave didn't really take off, but let's not talk about Google Wave.
It'd be interesting to see what they pull out of that. So are they going to be saying what's the most high value exercise you could be undertaking? So is everybody going to be doing cross-country skiing because it's a full body workout and that's the suggested thing? Or is it going to be your activities that you normally undertake, and these are the kinds of things that you should be doing?
I guess you'll have to put your own goals in there, because it can't tell you to go and be maybe a line dancer because it's good for your cardios and good for the calves. I want to be a cyclist, so it'll need to tell you to go ride a bike. But the watches we have nowadays, I mean, I've got the Apple Watch on at the moment, but the Forerunner knows intuitively what activity I'm doing. It knows that I've gone for a ride because of the movement that's happening, and it's very interesting stuff. Anyway, Google looking at AI coaching and big data. Interesting stuff. It fascinates me, this stuff. What the potential it's there's unlocked. Companies need to do a lot more with this, a lot more. Strava, take your Summit, shove it, give us good data, and then we'll be subscribers for sure. Give us good information, feed us back what we've been feeding you guys for so long. Again, I've said it on my live streams, Strava have not done anything that's made me go, wow, in a long time. They've done a lot of things that have made me go, God damn it, which includes locking us out of the API and a few of the calls that we were using to get some down a rabbit hole on this one. The Strava summary, or the Strava Insights videos that I was doing was exactly this. I was looking at rides, races, events, runs, and going, okay, if you were run at this pace, here are your demographics. And I could tell, for example, if you ran the New York Marathon in a certain time, I could see what watch you were using, what pace you were on, what age group you were in, who you were with, what coaching, what heart rates you were at. So sort of from a coaching perspective, you could prescribe workouts or prescribe zones and targets. Anyway, I won't go into the full details, but there's just so much information that I was kind of getting into using there with a few scripts and presenting a few videos on that about this time last year. And then, big data. No, it wasn't a GDPR thing, that was just more of a company thing. Anyway, Strava's data, they're putting it there. It's their responsibility to give us more information out of that. That's my rant on Strava for the day. Interbike. Eurobike has just finished. Interbike's been reinvented this year. It was in Vegas, and the word on the street at Eurobike was, don't even bother with Interbike. No one goes to Interbike. Don't even bother with it. They've had to reinvent it. So they've reinvented it up in Reno Tahoe, and it will be held in, there's 2 demo days, then there's the industry day or the industry get together on the 19th of September. I've told everyone, no, look, I can pretty much do everything remotely. Maybe a possibility I'll be at Interbike. Maybe. Nice. I'd like to get there. There's a lot of companies that I know and use every day. Tacx are there, Wahoo are there. I don't believe Zwift are there. Not in an official capacity, but I can guarantee you Zwift will be on at least 2 or 3 or 4 stands there anyway, the product. And the US is my biggest watching audience as well. So there's a lot of companies there. Cyclops would have to, I'm thinking Cyclops would have to be there. I've got to look at the full list. But maybe in the US, give or take, plus or minus 5 or 10% of time. I work in percents, not days. Power meters. God. Anyhow, so maybe at Interbike for me, we shall see. But I'd love to do that. Eurobike was excellent, as it always is. And Interbike, the reinvention, we'll see how it goes.
Could be good to see, yeah.
Good time of year to get out of Australia as well, because it's still a little bit cold here. 11 degrees outside at the moment. So Von, anything else to bring up on the Lama drives? Just been a quick one today.
Not much else. Just got a few rides planned to keep me ticking over after the Women's 100. Heading up to Wagga Wagga for the Dirty 130 gravel ride. So we'll do the Rapha transfer ride and head on up there. Should be fun.
Speaking of a few rides, I hear you've got one planned on Monday.
Oh.
At a certain store.
Yeah,
I forgot to write it down. This one says, Von is looking at a new bike on my list of things to read out here. It's not just off the cuff.
Yes.
That's all I've got though.
Yes.
So new bike?
I'm
Spill.
looking. I want to get a disc bike so I can take some fatter tyres out on some gravel roads, because there's some ripper roads around.
Ripper.
See, look at that one. That one was good.
That's a ripper.
Yeah,
There's
you
at least
little ripper.
There's a few roos out there.
There's an Australianism.
Chuck a Yui on that?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, if I had to go pick you up, I'd have to be in a ute.
Yeah.
I'd just chuck you in the back of the ute.
No one's going to understand what we're saying. Anyway, I'm looking potentially at a new bike if I can work it all out. So popping in to check out one of the new Specialized tarmacs. Upgrade for Tara.
Do they still call the disc version of that a tarmac, even though you can take it off-road?
Yeah, they call it tarmac disc.
Tarmac disc. They don't call it the gravel mac, the grack mavel. That didn't come out. As I said, if you watch my live streams, you may get a few stumbles of the English language. The gravel mac, the mac gravel, the big daddy mac gravel tarmac.
So there's off the shelf, the tarmac disc comes with.
I thought you were going to say the price. I was bracing for the price. Off the shelf, I'm like,
I don't know what the prices are. I need to look into that. So
ludicrous.
Yeah, probably is actually.
Cheap.
So I want off the shelf. They come with Durace Di2 and Shimano brakes. So it's in that stream. So I've never run SRAM. And
hang on. Way back. You said Di2.
Yeah. So that's what it comes with off the shelf.
But you said you've never run SRAM.
Yes, I've never run it. So I haven't done a test ride with any of the SRAM stuff. So I wouldn't go with that as my option.
So you'd go Di2.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
That's why I'm saying it comes with that as the option.
Where
but
did SRAM come
I was
into?
going in a different direction from that.
Different direction, but not route.
No.
English language gets me every time. It's not my strong point. Not my strong.
Okay. I was going to go down a SRAM rabbit hole, but I'm not going to bother now because I've confused you.
You have. It's been a long week.
We're not going to this conversation.
Have I mentioned how many rides I've done on the stages left, right, trying to get the power to match up with everything else? Thanks for hanging around if you've listened that far. I've now just revealed how my stages left, right experience is going. Stay tuned. It's me. It's got to be me. The problem has to be me. I'm trying to prove that I'm the problem here with power meters.
I can tell you're a problem.
God damn it. There's lamb dinner there at the pub. Do you want to go back for dinner?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
We can chuck a Yui.
Chuck a Yui, mate. We're not in the ute. There's a gravel road.
Love it.
And some sheep.
Country bogans.
Alrighty. Rock and roll. Okay, so stay tuned. I'd quite happily do a video on Von's new bike, top to bottom. That'd be interesting.
I have to buy it first.
No, I'm already reviewing it for you. You've bought it, haven't you? I've just bought it for you.
Right. Well, maybe that'll get me a discount.
No discounts in this world, unfortunately. Not when it comes to S-Works.
No.
Alrighty, rock and roll. Well, as the sun sets here on the middle of August, I have no idea what date it even is, but it's a Friday, so happy Friday. Happy weekend. Enjoy your rides wherever you are. I think we might get out. We got out today. We might get out again on the weekend. We shall see. if you're in the Northern Hemisphere and it's still summer, make the most of it. Make the most of it because...
Live your days the best.
Because winter is coming. And we know we've had it first. We've had winter first. We're going to send it your way.
Yes.
So hopefully a few of my Zwift videos get a few views. It's a few setup videos that are just bumping up the ranks at the moment as people are looking at setting themselves up. That's the beeping that we're out of time. All right, thanks for watching, Yvonne. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you.
Bit of a capsule here. You can't not come along to these ones when I turn the camera on.
Captured audience.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching. And as I said, you can download these in MP3 next time, because if you've probably watched the whole way through, you're thinking, what the hell am I watching this for? I'll put a link below. You can download these in MP3 off a website that pulls things down off YouTube. Kind of handy. We'll leave it there. I'm rambling. I'm hungry. We're almost home. Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Thanks, Yvonne.
Bye.